Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic:
what's an adult problem nobody prepared you for? How hard it is to meet people, sustain relationships. When you're young, you are constantly surrounded by people your age, going through on essentially the same schedule as you. But once you're an adult, it's really hard to meet people in between the daily grind, and even harder to plan things with people you do know because they are also living their own lives. Due to this, I'm very alone. This is in itself an amazing thing. We have never felt more alone and sad about being alone, yet few people actually do anything about it. How much you have to sell yourself. In my younger years, it was enough to just do the work well because the teacher has to grade your work. As an adult, your boss and interviewers may not even look at it, let alone understand what you did. The work you do is 20 to 30% max of your status, pay, promotion, etc. The other half is who you do it in front of, and how well you get along with those people out of work. I worked my ass off fucking hard and only got shit projects and work because I was always out working, not spending time with the office staff. As soon as I got near the paymasters and decision makers, when they could actually see me working and taking responsibility, I got bumped up a few levels. Now you just go out for drinks with a select few seniors and watch all the shitty jobs get given to other people. I've had panic attacks when I don't have 1/10 the workload I used to have, and I'm still told I'm doing too much. Is it kissing ass? In some jobs it would be. I moved around until I found a spot where I actually like and get along with the senior people, and now it's just hanging out with friends and getting double the paycheck at the end of it. Is it right? I don't know, it's just the way it is. Something my manager told me as soon as I became his employee was, you can be the best in what you do, but if nobody knows who you are, it doesn't amount to anything. You need to throw your name out there. One of my job is to help you with that, but I need some substance, so keep doing what you do best and send emails about it. In parallel, I'll keep mentioning your name left and right. He's completely true. No matter how good you are, if people don't know you, they won't come to you for anything. That's true for work in the office, but also when you have your own company. Communication is a source of power. How much of your time revolves around eating and/or making food, cooking, washing dishes, cleaning sinks, even just selecting what to eat? So much damn time. Butter the toast. Eat the toast. Shit the toast. Ad infinitum. God, life's relentless. Elderly parent losing their mind due to dementia and needing care, but nursing homes are 7K per month, in-home nurses are 3K per month. Yeah, that's a fucking problem that no one could have prepared me for. Editor ad, I found my answers and my parent is cared for now, but the path leading up to the answers was a terrible and scary path. This hits for me. My parents are in their mid-70s and both still pretty sharp, but I was building something with my dad and I really saw him have to stop and think about a basic math problem related to what we were building, and it really hit me that he was starting to get up there. I remember being a kid in the 90s and him helping me with my math homework, and he could do pretty complex multiplication in his head quickly. God, this hits hard. Both my parents' brains seem to have broken at the same time in the last 6 months. Keeping a job. There's that honeymoon period once you start the job. But then as the days turn into months, and the months turn to years, you look in the mirror and say, is this it? This is all life has to offer. Single quote. That's kind of how life is. Try making work into its own thing, separate from your life outside work. No matter what, work sucks, but that's why you get paid for it. These are things that help me sometimes. Lumon Industries has a solution for this. Realizing your parents are not the person you think they were as you grow older. It was only when I was older I realized just how hard my parents worked bringing us up. We would always be doing something, sailing, camping, walking, whatever, and as a parent it's just so time consuming and there's so much stuff to take when you have kids. I always loved my parents, but becoming a parent and then my dad's death made me appreciate what awesome people they both were. Mum is still with us, and how much my dad taught me without me realizing. I realized how incredibly lucky I was, and I've tried to live up to the man my dad was. I miss him so much still 18 years after he died. So, yes, they aren't quite the people I thought, they are better, even though I always respected and admired them. I'm floored by your response. If one of my kids would say that about me, especially 18 years after my time here, I would feel like such a success. Thank you for the hope. Dust. There is dust everywhere. There is so much dust, and it accumulates so fast. Stop resisting. Become one with the dust. You are the dust. Technically we are all stardust. The relentless admin of life. 100% what I came here to say. It never stops. Dentist every 6 months, tax filings every year, remember to take the cat to the vet, send a birthday card to your in-laws, remember that your partner likes cheddar cheese, but not that brand. Vacuum the house, oh, look, it's dirty again less than 48 hours later. Argue with your Wi-Fi provider over a price increase. Do the laundry, adhere to the new low-sodium diet the doctor recommended, contribute to the potluck at work, do your research before voting, pay the auto insurance bill. None of it is big stuff. It's just an absolutely relentless army of small stuff that kills your joy. God, this resonates. If you just neglect one thing one time, there is immediate punishment. Grimace. I think this is part of why we're finally starting to see more people appropriately diagnosed with ADHD. The administrative and attentive burden of life just continues to grow. We used to be able to struggle through it, but no, it's just too difficult. Source, me, but also like every mental health professional I know. Death, family, friends, your own. I feel you. I had a somewhat privileged childhood, where not many people died, and suddenly I can name at least 5 deaths in the family. I lost my dad at 6 and my stepdad at 17. And the usual loss of grandparents was in there, too. It totally sucked, of course, but the silver lining is that I am that much more empathetic and helpful to my friends who are losing someone for the first time. I'm often the one they call just to talk about it or even ask more practical advice about dealing with the aftermath. It's a privilege to be able to help folks with my experience, and it makes me feel a bit less bitter about having gone through it twice at a young age. How boring being a parent can be. Like, my kids are my life and I love them, but sometimes I don't want another conversation about Minecraft or Halloween decorations. As a uni student, I am getting sick with my parents' obsession with Minecraft. Could be worse, my in-laws are Disney adults. I've had hour-long conversations about the relative merits of the different resorts, and how much worse the new FastPass thing is compared to the old one. You also lose a sense of yourself for a good long while. Today, for example, my wife is out of town on business and my kids' grandparents are taking them for the night. I genuinely have no idea how to spend the day. I haven't had a hobby in years. There are things around the house I should be doing, but I don't want to waste my first day to myself in years doing chores. This is why it's important to have some time not only for yourself, but for you and your wife too. My parents made sure that they got time to themselves, both individually and together, in between time spent with me and my brother, and they have a long and healthy marriage as a result. Plus, it makes it slightly easier when the kids move out, so I've been told. How stupid most people actually are. +1, and how they actually create problems for everyone else by being stupid. Yup. We are likely hundreds if not thousands of years behind where we could be because of them. These people vote. How tired I'll feel all the time. My mom used to say, I need to go lay down. Now I too, mostly want to lay down. One day, you just wake up tired and stay that way for the rest of your life. How fast fresh asparagus and raspberries go bad. Pensive face. I was shocked they last from store shelf to the car at best. Regret. Knowing how much better and easier my life could be had I made a few different decisions is killing me. Like not buying $100 of Bitcoin in 2009. That one's an outlier. More like, probably should have had a bit more faith in myself and bought the bigger house in 2012. Now I can't buy the bigger house I need unless I plan on deferring my retirement for 15 years. Fuck me. Hemorrhoids. Sounds like a real pain in the ass. Careful, that joke might not sit well. All kidding aside, they are brutal. Fucking brutal. I have colitis, which causes tenesmus, which is a feeling you get that you have to go empty your bowels, but there's nothing in there, so you end up pushing almost involuntarily with a lot of pressure. I ended up getting surgery twice for roids called transanal hemorrhoidal dearterialization, where the surgeon uses a Doppler radar-like device to find the blood vessel that's feeding the roid, ties it off to kill it, and then pulls the roid back inside. There's another level of pain that you have to go through when it's healing, which took about a month. Painkillers helped, but the pain still got though. Vicious. Loneliness and stress. How much of my free time revolves around food? Grocery shopping, actually cooking, cleaning up afterwards, it takes up a stupid amount of my time. It highlights to me that rich people get so much more time than us poors. This is the hardest for me too. Oh my gosh, I hate grocery shopping and cooking, so the whole food thing is a chore. If I didn't have kids, I'd eat the same food all the time just to get it over with. I wish for a cheap, grey, flavorless, nutritionally complete paste I can slam a few times a day. I really don't mind doing these. The problem is more being away 10h a day for work and having to do them afterwards. I really enjoy my camping vacations where you have nothing to do besides some cooking and grocery shopping. Super chill life. Dealing with health insurance corporations. Free Luigi. That's less an adult problem and more an American problem. They said, study now and plays games later when you've made it. I've made it, but I don't have the fucking time anymore, Dad. Play your games, kids, they lying to you. This Enjoying life is all there is. I worked so hard when I was younger, got the good grades, did all the extracurriculars, won awards, busted my ass for scholarships, performed well to keep those scholarships, graduated with honors, immediately got a job, blah 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 blah. Now as adult I look back and wish I had just had more fun and enjoyed my life when I was young and full of energy. It's so silly, but I'm only just now learning to have fun again. There's a balance to find, of course. But doing everything right, in order to prove your value to everyone else, just isn't worth it if you're not actually enjoying your life. The joy and fun of life is kind of all there is. Otherwise the chaos and monotony and loneliness and competition and irritation and anxiety all rob you of your life energy, and it's so much harder. Figure out how to have fun while also doing what you need to do, kids. That's the secret, in my opinion. Closing parenthesis.